I don't remember where we left off. Like,
We were in a fort, and there was a
yeah,
wolf, shadow wolf in the area. Mm, Adam's character was in a tree. Kaid was waiting with a gun or something over the fence. He was sleeping. I can't
okay.
remember. We had just talked to the guy who was running the fort, who doesn't do anything, and he was testing.
All right.
He was feeding, like he was getting blood from goats, and he was feeding shadow. I can't remember what the fuck he was feeding. Things with, I think, like the things that like stick on your head or face or something. I don't remember what they're called.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about there.
He had a whole bunch of weird shadow or dark creatures, and he was feeding them blood from goats.
Okay.
He was like he was a useless commander. You're
Right, I
like,
remember
finally, the
that.
commander fucking did something. Like we're like, yeah, we'll take care of your little wolf or dark shadow wolf or whatever the fuck he is.
Ha 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 ha. I'm back.
So am I. All right.
Epic whiz.
I still have the quarter of the cookie that I'm not supposed to be eating.
Pineapple cake. Like the Taiwanese kind. Square things. That I wasn't supposed to be eating.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
God, no.
In search, so quick recap here. Actually, we have the official recap. It's from a few games ago. Quite a few games ago. This is episode 16, where we go back to this group of characters. Widget studies from the Codex of Shadow, becoming a Shadow Weave caster. He receives a vision from the book's author, Dracia Umbravilda, who bids him to seek her out in the Shadow Plane. Sam receives a history lesson from the ancient elven general. Arlen shares with Damian the secret learned of the four who never returned, confirming Damian's suspicions about the Ark placed beneath the civic arena. Damian the custodian asks for Arlen's aid in curing the Duke. Blah, blah, blah. There's a bunch of stuff with the Duke. Arlen and Zita's group scramble to organize a team of gladiators to compete. Zita, Evander, Rene, Widget, and Kaid follow the Shadow Compass into the northern wilderness, arriving at Crater Lake and a small Imperial fort that overlooks it. And the Imperial fort had a group of beleaguered guards. Their leadership consists of Lieutenant Ligurnus Opal, who seems to be more concerned about the evolution of critters called dark mantles that he has collected in the barn, and Sergeant Nils Hodgson, who thinks everything is fucked and is very nervous. The soldiers are very nervous about leaving the fort, as there has been some sort of shadowy hound that has been eating their fellows.
Damn it, Hicks, you stole that shit.
They are at Camp Tava Sigma 19, or T Ava Sigma 19. I believe Rene, the ghoul archer, has taken up into a tree and has got a many-hour radiant action. However, he is hungry at this point, so he may not be able to take the eternal radiant action. Like, his stomach is starting to growl. Yes, I will do that as a thing. I'll put it in a Word file, and afterwards I'll pin it to I'll pin it as a downloadable document in our Discord. I've got a note now. I'm not going to do that right this second. Duke Phineas Magnus. Looks like we're done with that. Okay.
Ashoka owns Magnus now.
The Conclave owns him.
Yep.
I believe Kaid was resting, and Widget, it was along the parapets that evening. Evander and Zita were hanging out with Lagurnus Opal, who is related to Countess Gavina Opal. I need a perception check from Widget and Rene. Kaid, you can make a perception check at a -4 because you're kind of napping.
Rene's perceptionist is... Oh. 32. Widgets is... 10.
That's 15 for Kaid. Didn't do well.
Okay, just let me close a few tabs here.
I hear you spamming left click, left click, left click, left click.
I just did like 500 tabs from earlier in game. This thing has a stealth of +10. $29. So we've got the 32.
That was Rene.
Okay. So basically, you don't see it until it's really close to you.
Which is perfect.
Distance is about 30 feet away.
30 feet. Yep.
And I think this map is twice the scale. I don't think it's 2 scale.
I'll be right back. I just gotta let the dog out.
You heard it growl a little bit. You shifted slightly in your hunter's perch, and
30 feet away.
there is a quadruped. It has more like skin as opposed to fur, and you could see its ripping musculature. It draws shadows around it. It has a maw full of sharp teeth. A wisp of shadow drips from its mouth. It has a long tongue, and it just sort of hatefully surveys the Imperial fort. What was your hide? Is it on your token? I guess we need to re-roll it because it's been so long.
Yep. 39.
Okay, it does not see you, and it's starting to move. It's creeping forward towards the fort.
Okay. I'm gonna... If it's still going forward, does it look like it's... I've got dark vision, so I think I see through shadows.
Yes.
So I'm going to sneak attack it with a silencing strike.
Okay. That begins initiative, but this might be bad for it. I actually don't know how bad Rene, the rebuilt Rene, hits, so let's add some things to an initiative. Rene, shadowy hound, or shadowy mastiff. who else is here? We've got Kaid.
Kaid and Widget, I think.
Widget. We've got
things go for a while.
The elves and then the fort.
Yep.
Okay. Initiative.
And so for the surprise round, Rene auto gets a 20.
Okay.
It doesn't matter because I think he's the only one in the surprise round. So
the Hound gets a 25.8. Rene gets a 20 in the initiative round.
It's
so,
just in the surprise round.
Okay,
it's just there's a rogue power called Snapshot. So you treat your initiative as if you roll a 20.
Got it. And what's the total?
25.
25.5.
Yeah. And then he rolls a 13 for his regular initiative.
Okay, 18.5. Cool. Kaid?
Got a 5. My so 11.6.
Widget?
Oh.
Widget.
Widgie?
Gets a 10.5.
Okay, I'm just going to roll a straight d20 for the elves and for the fort. The elves are at a 14. And the fort's at a 10. Alright, Widgie. Alright, Rene, your ready to action / sneak attack.
So my first attack is always a sneak attack, so there's no way for me to do a full round attack because it's always it's always a sneak because I'm sneaking, which is fine.
Yeah.
The idea would be to sneak attack and then win initiative for the full round afterwards.
Unfortunately, this thing is super quick.
Yep. So 1d20 plus 21 plus 1 from above plus 1 for point blank shot minus 3 for deadly aim. AC 33.
Fuck yeah! You hit it right. You hit it right in the neck.
1d8 plus 11 plus 1 for point blank plus 6 for deadly aim plus 5d6 for sneak attack. 44 damage and a will save.
What's the will save for?
To not be magically silenced.
Oh, this is a silencing arrow, or it's a silencing attack?
It's a supernatural rogue attack called Silencing Strike.
Gets a 10. Does a 10 make it?
No.
How long is it?
It is mute for 1 round.
Okay, so you hit it in the throat. It's making this noise. And then, are you sniping?
No, sniping's a full round action.
Okay.
I mean, I would if I could, but I can't. So I won't.
All right. Then there's no one else. Well, I guess people are starting to rouse. There was no shout or anything like that, so everyone else was flat-footed. Which brings us to the initiative. Which then... Rene's initiative drops to 18.5. The Shadow Mastiff goes first. It looks up at Rene. 20 feet off in a tree. Don't think dogs climb very well.
There's a type of dog called a coonhound, and they climb stuff like crazy, and it's the most ridiculous looking shit on the planet.
Yeah, he would have a +5 to climb a tree, which is DC 15. So I guess it could try to climb up into the tree towards the archer. I think that's what it's going to do. It charges forward, kind of. Well, it's not making a growling noise, and it can climb up to you as a move with a speed of 50.
Okay.
Oh, look at that! It's jumping up into the tree. It's kind of in like the U shape where 2 boughs of the tree meet, and it's hopping up towards you, and it's going to take
Hey, worker.
It's going to take a bite up at Rene.
Okay.
AC 24.
No. Rene's AC is 34.
Okay, so yeah, he's scratching up against your armor and jumping at you, and is technically climbing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, this will be bad for it.
Yeah. Rene.
Full round, deadly aim, many shot, with sneak attacks.
Okay, so it is climbing, but it is threatening you, but it's denied its dex, so I don't think it gets AOs. Is that how it works?
I think so, and I don't know that I don't think I took the Give me a second.
Point master.
I don't think I did. I don't know. There's some of those feats that just make it less. I think it's fun to try to not take an AOO. I don't know. You know, he didn't take Point Blank Master. So here, just so what do you
This
think?
thing, Rene, is not used to being afraid of things, is what you're coming to the conclusion of, and that is its mistake.
Okay, so yeah, it should be afraid. It should be. All right, AC 22 against its flat-footed AC.
Hits.
Okay, I'll do the damage on this one or is it really meaty?
It's not bloodied yet.
Oh, okay. Then I'll roll all of it. Because AC 19. Yay, rolling a 2.
AC 19 hits.
Okay.
These 2 arrows, however.
And an AC 4. Oh, so my rolls were like a 5, 2, 2. The
Yeah.
14 probably doesn't hit.
The tree was shaking a little bit. You're
All
really
right, so
hungry.
the many shot arrow is 2d8 plus. The first one will be the first attack will also be the silencing arrow again, so it can't bark. 2d8 plus 12 plus 6 is 18, so 2d8 plus 24 plus 8 plus 5d6. So the many shot does 62 damage.
Oh, fucking archers.
The
We
next
haven't had an
arrow-
archer in a while.
Sorry, that's too high, so it's 60 damage. 2d8 plus 18 plus 5d6. 44 damage on the second arrow.
Well, hold off. So 60 damage brings it to 104 hit points, which makes it unconscious. It then has a 1 in 6 chance it just lies in the tree. If I roll a 1, it's okay. Nope, it falls then 20 feet to the ground. 6 damage. So 110.
Okay, he'll put that second arrow in it.
110. It's still breathing, or there's still breath coming out of it at the bottom as it falls. That last arrow goes in and pierces its side, and it's now just gurgling.
Okay.
The elves don't hear anything quite yet. Kaid's kind of like, huh? When he hears a bunch of arrows.
I don't know. I heard some. I think I heard some teeth on metal.
Are they 60 feet away?
They are 60 feet away. No, they are 70, 80 feet away.
80 feet away.
You just heard, like, some low growling.
Hey,
And
Rene! You okay up there?
that's Grizaak's voice.
Grizaak's not there.
Oh, yeah, sorry, hold on. Fuck, I can't remember. It's been like a month and a half or 2 months now.
You just don't walk around the house
Straight
doing
to
Kaid.
the point.
I don't do Kaid, yeah. Grizaak's more. The kids like Grizaak. What was
The kids like Grizaak.
I just think he's funny.
Magnus and Grizaak. Yeah. Hey, Kay and Rene. You alright over there?
I got that one. It is okay here.
Hey, you guys said there was only one, right?
Yeah. How many of these things are there?
What's going on out there? The sergeant was napping as well.
Rene's
Yeah, I'm
climbing
gonna-
out of the tree
Yeah.
and is
I'm gonna
going
jump
to
down and see what's going on out there.
rip a leg off of the beast,
Okay.
and we'll.
You notice the sergeant's like pointing his gun, and he's like trying to light his gun to like.
Whoa, there, buddy. Don't you just calm down there.
Kaid's hopping off the side and
Hey, where are you going? Don't go
I
out
was
there.
gonna go. I'm just gonna go see how Rene's doing.
I wouldn't go out there if I were you.
Yeah, all right, thanks.
We're not opening the gate till morning.
Yeah, all right, whatever. So you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What does it look like? What the?
It's ugly.
Here they're not opening the gate till morning.
Yeah, that's
I'll
too
go
bad.
back up to my perch.
How much does this thing weigh?
It's probably a muscular man, 200 pounds.
Strength 14. Can I drag it back?
Yeah, you could drag it.
All right, drag it back.
Hey, assholes! Yeah, tell your commander that we've got one of them.
Kaid will climb over the edge.
It's climbing back up the.
Yeah.
Or toss me down a rope and I'll
Fuck no, man! Those things can climb trees.
the thing's dead.
There could be others.
Yeah, this one's dead.
There could be others.
Oh shit!
Kaid's gonna look at it. Look at its claws. Look at its teeth.
Yeah, its claws are D6 territory. It is very strong. How strong is Kaid?
Kaid's 14. He's not very strong.
Oh, this thing is much stronger than Kaid. Like, it's got bulk to its muscles.
Don't you?
It's bleeding shadow. It has this cruel look to its face, like it might be intelligent.
Does it have any scars?
Rene, you gonna be all right out there? They don't want to open the gates till morning. Mind standing watch? That'll be fine out here.
Does it have any scars on it, Marty?
Yep.
So it's not magically healing.
No, it's got scar. It looks like it's been bit by other
Things like it.
things like it.
Okay, so there's more than one.
Well, you're right on that one. There's probably a bunch more of these.
Oh fuck, man!
This is probably a scout or something.
We're fucked. It's just a scout. Just a scout, like you said.
He's looking at its claws.
Hey, Kaid. You know that whole that inspiring attitude where we're trying to keep these guys from shooting us in the dark? Try to keep up the cheery side. Hey, look, we got one, and it didn't even get a chance to make a sound.
All right, whatever.
Kaid's gonna start climbing. Not very good at climbing, but I'll start climbing. How high is the?
It's like 15, 20 feet. You need to make a single climb check. It's probably
What's
not
the
meant to
jump?
be. Jumping 20 feet is like DC 80.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
4 per foot, 5 per foot, something like that.
I mean, it's four per foot. It's not a thing you can do. Although the Thrycreen in the other game can do that. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Climb.
20. Yeah, you with some effort, you climb back to your spot. Oh fuck! How'd you get back up here?
I climbed. There's some handholds you can.
There's no rope over there, is there?
No.
If you could get up in there, if you could get up that way, they could get up that way.
Yeah, probably.
Fuck.
You're not helping.
I have a 6 charisma.
You might want to put some spikes that aim down. Like if they were climbing this way, you put some spikes.
You can
over
see him. There's one at the gate.
That one's dead. That one's dead already.
So if there's a flash,
Hey,
and
it looks like you got it, champ. Good job.
a bunch of the Imperial soldiers that are beleaguered kind of wake up from that and they come running. I'm going. Fuck, man, it's dark out here.
Wow.
By this point, Mark, the
How
elves
long
are
you
awake.
guys
I don't
been
know if
here?
you're awake, Mark. Mark.
Marky Mark and a funky bunch.
He's got the doo-doo-doos on, so if he starts snoring, we'll know.
Looks like it. I'm out.
Hey man.
Are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay. Gunfire wakes Evander and Zita from their reverie.
Don't worry, they got him. It's totally wasn't. Good job, Rene. If you're ever mad at me, just let me know that you're mad at me, because good job.
Yeah, the four bristling arrows out of the creature. Yeah, that fight lasted 6 seconds, not even.
Seconds, and it didn't get to make a sound.
Nope.
Except for fall.
Cade's got 2 drinks in
It's
his
a sound.
hand.
That
He goes to Wilbur's like,
Yeah, expect a couple more to show up.
So, when it sounds like the guards are back off high alert,
Yeah, it takes a while. It takes about a half an hour for them to start to calm down again. Sergeant Nils had reloaded his gun really quickly, as quickly as can be, and
Rene will stalk over and get his fucking meal back.
okay.
It's dead. What are you doing?
No, we're hiding.
Uh-oh, it's gone.
So he's just going to, like, disembowel it and pull it, take some entrails or whatever to
Yep.
consume.
Rene,
Yeah.
under the cover of darkness,
eating
performing his foul deed. The thing tastes strange. It's edible towards to Rene, but it's
Shadow ghoul.
it is a strange taste.
Shul.
Does Rene enjoy the taste of shadow creatures?
Enjoy is a... He prefers shadow creatures to non-shadow creatures. It feels somehow more human.
Okay. And technically, int 4 means you're eating a sentient creature. Funny.
Well, I'm already a ghoul, so what's going to do my fucking alignment?
Nice. Nothing else comes to bother the fort. The night does go by.
Okay, the corpse will... The remains will just going to get tossed
Okay.
into a bush.
In the morning, the patrol comes out. Sergeant Nils is like, fuck, it was there, look at that, and they eventually follow the remains. What the fuck? See, I got it. Holy shit, its guts are everywhere. The soldiers are all looking around, looking really nervous.
Don't get ASD. Earth noises in the night.
Huh.
Rene will climb back out of the tree.
I can't believe you slept out here.
Cade'll come along with him.
Fucking
It
brave.
is important to have a good visibility of the foe that come.
Hey, Lieutenant, I got one. Oh, yes, an excellent specimen. Do bring it in. Nah, man, we should light a fire and fucking piss on it and light the fire out here. Ah, yes, but it is a shadow specimen. It might help. How the fuck can this thing help? It's dead and fucking... That's for Johan, and that's for Richard, and that's for... Right, yeah, he's fucking... A couple of the other soldiers
rifle.
give half-hearted kicks to it, too. The specimen, and they are not listening to their lieutenant. Like, there's no... the lieutenant just technically gave him an order,
Yep.
and they argued with him to his face, and didn't do what he's saying. He's like, and instead he wanders over and is having a look at the specimen while they're kicking it. Oh, very interesting, yes.
What do you see there?
Ah, it's skin. Shadow stuff. Sort of like the dark mantles. Yes, but not like the dark mantles. It would take much too long to breed these creatures into something else. What do you mean, breed them? We're not here to fucking have a petting zoo. Lieutenant just kind of smiles away. The
Your
comment.
name is Hodgson.
Yeah. Nils. He puts out his hand. Good shot with a bow. Yeah.
Rene will shake his hand.
Okay. He does not seem to notice that your hand is cold and
Rene will squeeze his hand a little too hard.
got a nice got a good grip there, bud. He's no wimp, but
No.
he does not have Rene's strength, which is what, 20?
18.
18? Yeah, you might have a 14, 16, something like that. Oh, firm grip there. Good. And he just kind of taps you up the side. He does not notice that you're not giving off a lot of body heat.
Yeah, it's cold. Cold hands. I was out all night. You know.
So, what now? You gonna help us march our way out here? Or does it just remain at the fort? Fuck, man. There's nothing out here. There's more. There's could be more of them. Remember the night when they're all baying at each other? Oh yes. It was rather frightening.
Yeah, which direction is the baying coming from?
Fucking all around, man. They're running around out there just whooping and hollering. We heard gunshots to the north. Oh yes, our captain, Captain Forrester. He could still be out there. Oh fuck, man, they're dead, man. They would have come back. They wouldn't have left us behind. Do you think they left us behind? Oh shit, they left us behind.
You gotta calm down. That's his voice, by the way. You gotta calm down.
So, well, if you kind of work in a pack, then, well, we follow the fucking tracks. So, hey, Zita, Zan, you ready to pack out?
Yes, whenever you are.
Where might you be going? Says the lieutenant.
Well, this day sounds like we're going to follow those tracks to see if we can find the rest of the Bayan bastards.
Evander kind of just bumps into Widget and points at wherever you're holding onto the shadow compass, like the bag that you've got that in.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not sure which direction. His hair flicks of its own accord.
Your commander or your soldiers, do you guys know of any caves? They would need caves.
Nothing too cave-like around here.
While they're looking for caves, we'll take out the compass, take a look to see what direction it's pointing.
Okay. Yeah, you put the shadow star into the compass, and it flicks around and very quickly hones in to.
It's in the middle of the lake, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's fucking huge, isn't it?
No, not really.
I remember it being in the middle of the lake, like down.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the lake down. The lake is, I don't know, 600 feet across. It's not a very huge lake for someone who lives near the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
It is called Crater Lake, so something created this big-ass crater.
Yeah, well, don't you think we should secure the area first there, Evander?
Right. You guys are going out on patrol then?
Yeah, we're gonna go out on a patrol.
Sounds like they're going out on patrol. Everyone back in the fort. I suppose, yes, we can adjust the rotation, says the lieutenant.
You guys take a break. You guys take a break.
The sergeant's about this close from him saying "fuck your rotation." You know, like that. That's how tenuous this the situation has
chain
gotten.
of command is.
Yeah.
So this, I don't have any of the characters that I have that could deal with him being kind of a dickbag. Not here. I have ways of killing him. That's how I stop him from being a dickbag.
Evander doesn't care about the fate of the humans in the fort.
Well,
Nor does Zita, really.
Yep.
So,
Hey, you mind if we eat your pony? Says Sergeant. We haven't had good meat in a while.
you eat my fucking pony and there's gonna be a problem.
Alright, don't eat the pony, boys. Leave the pony alone.
Fucking
You gotta eat.
Are you grabbing your pony? Okay.
pony.
Alright, so you go and get your pony. You notice one guy's sharpening knives.
I seem to remember Opal offered us money to bring him something. Like
Yeah.
there was a he wanted us to do a thing.
He wanted you to see if you could find the mother of the Dark Mantles.
Okay.
He is particularly interested in these Dark Mantles.
Alright. Because dark mantles are cool.
Or anything related to the shadow.
Shadow stuff.
Yep.
Well, who feels like going for a swim?
All right. You guys have any spells for that?
Nope.
That's what we're checking.
All right. I know a good technique that lets me swim well.
Do you breathe? Says Evander to Rene.
On occasion.
Then I know who's swimming. Because there are flicks in Rene's general direction.
Yeah, Rene also has a 1 armor check penalty, so he's got no issues with the. Yeah.
Good luck on your patrol, gentleman and gentlewoman. I look forward to hearing what it is that you find. He glances over his shoulder. Please excuse the roughness of my guards. We've been out here for a while. They're really good men. And you notice him, he's thinking about that as he was saying it. And he just smiles.
I wish Ashoka was here. Because Ashoka would turn this frown upside down. Yeah, anyways.
Do be careful, there is something, as we said, that lives in the lake. Remember the bones that we find around the lake? There's an apex predator that lives in the lake. It means that within the vicinity of the lake and all around us, it is the strongest creature.
Very well. Keep that in mind.
Tentacles.
Did you just say tentacles?
Yes, that's what the gods saw.
Alright. You just smiled at us and said tentacles.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
Disconcerting, actually.
Oh, yes. You don't see me in my swimsuit with an umbrella, relaxing beside this beautiful lake.
Of course.
Mm.
Evander just rolls his eyes in annoyance, like, is he going to stop talking or what? He does draw his blade. His two-handed elven curve blade is now out of its hilt.
Alright, so,
Well, I better be getting back to my studies.
Of course.
straight to the lake or dog duty first?
They might be related. Wouldn't be a coincidence.
In or out, Lieutenant? In or out? He's looking at the corpse of the hound, and he decides to go back in. They're closing the door.
That's fine.
To the fort.
Let's go to the lake. We have time. Perhaps we investigate this shadow.
Alright, we'll follow a trail. This trail looks like it. This one looks like it. Oh.
Will get us to the lake, yeah.
Okay. This particular trail?
The one going north, because it looks like it goes to a beach.
Yeah,
on the side.
there's kind of a beach on that side. So
Yeah, that's where we're heading.
Alright. Perception checks as you are walking.
Can we do survival or something?
Well, we could have tracked the dogs, but we aren't going after the dogs really.
All right. Okay. Perception checks.
We could do survival. Nothing stopping you.
See what the weather is like. This is actually a really calm day. Every once in a while, a gentle breeze flutters across the calm waters of the crater lake.
23.
The calmness of the lake almost allows you to see really deep into it.
So, Widget gets a 25. Rene gets a 20.
From your tall vantage point, a little bit, we'll say right here, looking into the crater lake, it does look like deep at the center of the lake, there is something like like a long, upright pillar? No. Stake? There's something tall and slender, like a
Spear? Like a giant spear?
a giant spear or a giant obelisk, kind of like a tree with no limbs and no branches.
What's that?
Pointy at the top or pointy at the bottom?
Pointy at the top.
What is that?
It's
something.
it's way down there. You can't see it clearly. You just see that there's a thing down there. It's either a submerged tree or like that is really straight, or it might be constructed. Maybe an old ship's mast that lost all of its sides. You guys are trying to figure out what it is.
5 will get you 20. That's important.
It is also, with now that you can use the shadow compass with impunity as you are a shadow caster, it's basically pointing at this spike. The compass.
Yeah, that's
How deep is it?
The water of Crater Lake is, let's see. This is based off of Crater Lake National Park. We'll just...
Crater Lake is beautiful.
Oh crap! That's probably really goddamn deep.
Hiss.
What, 400 feet, something like that?
No. This is apparently 2,000 feet deep. Okay, you're not seeing 2,000 feet deep. We'll say it's
Holy fuck.
We'll say it's about 300 feet deep.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit deeper. We'll say 600.
That'll make your ears pop.
I can't see down there.
It must be glowing slightly to be able to be seen. Like there might be a little bit of light coming from it. Yep.
They also said there's some kind of creature here, right?
Mhm.
We don't have a...
Is that it?
That wasn't Marty's.
Yep. Give me a second.
If we don't have any magic, then what the fuck?
Didn't say we didn't have any magic.
Well, nice journey, guys. Head the fuck back.
Is that how you people do things?
We dig in the ground, not swim in the water.
I meant monks of your religion.
I trained in killing people. I didn't really give a shit about what they were saying.
What if there were people on a boat?
It fucking sank. Sounds like nothing's gonna move forward till the DM comes back.
Pretty much.
I believe you're correct, Kaid.
The god of existence is currently away. There's going to be a little prick coming back and trying to steal my book. Phineas, I know it. So he'll try to take my book like a bastard. He'll say, "Oh, please give me the book," and I'll be like, "No," and then he'll be like, "Really, please," and then he's going to cast touch base here on me, and I'll drool, poop myself.
Friends trying to get me to go out to the bar. I'm like, I'm streaming. I'm playing D&D. They're like,
Saturday, bitches.
huh? Yeah, these folks have not been trained.
My father-in-law who doesn't speak English is
Oh, it's Saturday.
My fam, everybody.
Welcome upon you as I dare now.
Everybody knows now.
Okay.
Put me on Saturday.
25, huh?
This is a. Oh yeah, 25.
Yeah, there must be something around the spike that is lit, perhaps even something along the spike itself. But there are some dark corners to the lake. If you look at it long enough, you notice that there seem to be weird tendrils coming out at the base of the spike and kind of slowly swaying like very large seaweed. It's like the spike is at the center of something unnatural.
Interesting.
Okay, let's see if
Let's work our way down to the shore.
Okay, so you kind of go off the beaten path and end up on this rocky beach on the edge of the lake. Kaid looks like he had some damage. I don't know what it was from.
I don't think so.
It says 29.
Oh, this is probably took the one from the first encounter with those.
When getting magic missiles.
Oh, right. Okay, so I will
I'll clear it. It's okay, I'll got it. Or you got it.
Magic missile. Up the backside.
All right, so you're at the edge of the beach.
Okay.
Well, I can swim really fast, but I can't hold my breath that long.
No, that's terrible.
Rene's gonna wade out into the water a little bit.
Well,
Zita cast a fly on herself. She's not so great a swimmer.
fucking great then. Let's wait over here.
He's gonna sit in the ground. Fuck.
And she's gonna fly and go examine. She's gonna fly into the water and examine the thing.
Okay, it's
He doesn't need to breathe.
600 feet down.
Zita doesn't breathe.
Nope.
Is that a sorcerer thing, or?
Yeah, it's her bloodline power.
Cool.
Okay. Rene will get a little bit deep, like go up to maybe his waist in the water.
Okay, so Zita's flying through the water and just seems to be unaffected by depth and pressure and not needing to breathe.
Hey, for fuck's sake. Rene, get your ass over here. Widget will cast fly on Rene.
we need to work together. Going off on your own like that's very dangerous.
You go keep her safe. Rene will just shadow Zita.
Okay.
In case the tentacle surprise.
I think Evander's going to cast a spell on Zita before she goes down.
Okay.
You get a bark skin,
Okay. Yeah, take that.
10th level. And he was going to set up a telepathic bond, actually.
Okay.
And he's 10th level. I don't know how many people he can get in a bond.
I believe it's himself with 2 others. It's 1 to 4.
Rene and Zita then.
Himself plus 1 willing creature per 3 levels.
So 3.
He will get Rene, Zita, and Widget. We don't know who this Kaid guy is yet. So
What's everyone talking about?
I've linked our minds. The hair flicks at you in annoyance.
Oh, Kate's not in it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is very useful.
Yes, isn't it? I like it. Be thrilled that you're part of it.
I'd like to say that I could be sarcastic and say I wasn't, but I am, so...
Such a dick.
Oh, my NPC is the dick, huh? Oh, really? Mark calling the kettle black.
Ribbing. That's just dickishness. There's no art to that.
Such a dick.
Are there any other spells being cast on Zita before she goes down? And I'm right, Rene, I guess, too.
What's the deal with casting underwater?
If you don't need to breathe, then...
You might need to make sound though. Verbal. So air bubble or
You would need to breathe the water. Give me a second. What is the name of the power?
It's as per a necklace of adaptation.
Then you just get, I think,
I think this means that you can just do it.
you function.
Okay.
Wraps the wearer in a shell of fresh air, making them immune to all harmful vapors and gases, allowing them to breathe even underwater or in a vacuum. So you actually are breathing. You just have you just have a bubble of air around your head.
All right. So I'm going to save my freedom of movement till I see tentacly things that make me go ah.
Okay. So the two of you is Rene just walking along the bottom?
Rene got a fly from
A fly spell? Okay.
Yeah.
So the two of you are zooming through the water. We'll say that this this bubble of air is protecting you against the pressure as well, and then Rene is undead and just doesn't have the same anatomy that living creatures do.
He just brings the water into his lungs. The pressure on the inside of the lung and the pressure on the outside of the lung are the same.
Same atomical functions. He has the same same anatomy bits. And the two of you are soon going into the dark depths of the lake itself. Now, let me see when the thing sees you. All right. You guys are now 600 feet below surface, walking along the bottom, and ahead there's just this blossoming, leaking seabed of what looks like shadow stuff coming out of the silt at the bottom. It's reaching up in some of the tendrils hundreds of feet before dying back down. Give me a knowledge planes check.
Alright, I think Zita is going to take...
Would knowledge astronomy apply?
No.
Then I don't really know about it. Engineering?
Zita's gonna roll. How about
Yeah.
that? We're gonna roll the roll. Sure. 26.
This is shadow stuff that is leaking through from the shadow plane into the prime material. However, in the middle of it, it looks like there's something that's keeping the shadow stuff at bay.
And that's the spike?
Yes, and you see a spire. It's like a spike. It is about 20 feet tall. And give me a knowledge arcana.
That I'm good at. Knowledge arcana. I'll take 10, which gives me 35.
Wow. It is Imperial technology called planar spikes or hedge staves. They dimensionally lock a location within a particular radius. This hedge staff looks somewhat damaged. It's got some cracks along it. Something of this size should be covering the entire lake, or if not greater than the lake, making teleportation as well as dimensional magic impossible.
Oh.
Because the emergency get out is dimension door.
Yeah, that's...
The reason why the hedge staff was placed here, given the shadow stuff that is leaking through, you think that there may have very well been a tear or even a portal to the shadow plane, or maybe the two planes intersected at this point. Whereas normally they are kind of like two sheets of paper very close together, like there's a bend and they're actually intersecting. Yeah, there's a way into the shadow plane here if you removed the big spike. Now the spike is 20 feet tall, made out of stone, probably many hundreds of feet. You need an euchre or a fucking nibbles or something. Nibbles and magic or something like that to remove it. It's still in, like, it's got cracks, but it still looks like it's somewhat functioning. Okay. At this point in time, however, it's almost like it's coming from all around you. You are at the center while you're looking at it. You passed through the shadow stuff. It doesn't do anything. It's quite easy to avoid. Like, they're just big sort of undulating waves. You're near the center looking up the spire, having a look at it. The spire also has some non-magical writing on it.
Instructions. Press here. Control.
This end up.
What?
End up.
It simply has the Imperial numeral 5 on it.
Okay.
It's at the top of the spire.
So we found spike number 5.
You know. Any sign of tentacles?
Can't you see where it's damaged, or?
Yeah, it's cracked along. It's cracked along the side, like something. I don't know, architecture, engineering, to really understand how it was damaged.
She can try that.
Rene is just looking up at it.
11. It's a spike. It's cracked. It probably should be underwater all this time. Might it be the impact of it going ka-chook into the fucking ground?
Right.
No. Should be 16.
Things get broken. With 11.
26 with taking 10.
There's an impact mark. It's likely some doofus dropped it while they were moving it.
Okay.
Or something tried to damage it underwater, but you're having a hard time like figuring out what would actually be able to do that.
Knowledge Arcana, take 1035. How do you repair something like this?
You need a very, very powerful wizard to repair this type of thing.
Okay.
This is on the planar spikes are on the order of artifact kind of.
Right.
Somebody from the Emperor's court to arrive and fix it.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody fucked up to have this thing damaged.
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
Okay.
It's at this point that Zita begins to hear an elven woman's song.
Okay.
Says a creepy voice in the water all around you, coming from the shadow stuff. Come to me.
27. I don't think so.
This sounds sonic and or verbal in nature.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't even add that. So 31.
There are some things that whip through your mind. You're like, this could be Fae. No, it is speaking in an elven accent that you recognize from your tutelage as an accent from Terra's Lean era. This is chilling. There are hidden death notes amongst the sound, and you think you are hearing the echo of a banshee.
Run away!
At this point as well, Rene like hears the elven singing. It just doesn't seem to bother him. It's like, oh, there's some creepy singing. And you notice that there's something tentacled that is darting amongst the shadow stuff, and roll initiative.
Oh no.
Okay. I'm assuming this is not a surprise.
No.
Okay. 9.
I'm also going to have Kaid and the others roll initiative, Ahmed.
Yep.
Because,
Because I can't do anything.
well, no, there are other shadow mastiffs that are showing up.
Oh,
At
cool.
5. Widget gets 5. We're just gonna hide behind Kaid and be sarcastic.
1.
5.3 for Zita.
That would be a 5 for Kaid. Great rolls. Great fucking rolls, guys.
Okay, and we'll add Silken the Banshee to this as well. And this is the...
This is the middle of the day, right?
Yep. We kind of went towards their area, right?
No, but still. They're... See how they behave in the light.
Shadow tentacles. Shadow mastiffs and Silken the Banshee. Okay, mastiffs. Get a 15.8. Rene.
Rolled a 10 or something. Wait a second. Rene rolled a 9.
9 point.
So 14.5.
Yeah. Widget
rolled a 5, so that gives him a 10.5.
10.5. Okay. Hey, Sir Thomason. Silken the Banshee.
Hey, Sir Thompson, how you doing?
So,
Oh man.
Plus 15 initiatives. Get a 32.15.
K doesn't have an 11.6. K has a 5.
Is that the Banshee?
Yep.
K does a 5.4.
They go first every round. It's basically invisible Christopher Walken.
And then they keen their death keen, and you're dead.
Cade has a 5.4, Marty.
Cade has a 5.4.
Yeah, rolled a nice whole 1.
Okay, what is when you hear the song? What goes through Zita's mind? Because that is being shared with Rene, Widget, and Evander.
Glad I'm not in that shit.
oh, but Corlon, there's a banshee down here. We must escape.
And then they're like, "Fly! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!" And is there a garbled like what is also mixed in? Why is she afraid with the banshee? Like this is happening at the speed of thought. So
like death wails, like it's screaming and heads exploding.
get out of there, sister! Now you hear Evander yelling like there's problem,
crap.
and there's this like overtly protective, weird, twisted love that Evander has for Zita that you're all now kind of hearing and sort of manifesting. It's not like it's coming from you, but it's really awkward.
Is there
What
something
Evander-
about
what Evander
my
gets from
characters
Widget
that
is-
makes you think, yeah, Mark, kick these sisters into incest?
There's two of them. We're
Two cents now.
You would sense from Widget the can't blame him, she's hot kind of thought.
And Cade's just looking at them like, "What's wrong, guys? What are y'all looking at each other for?"
No, they both have different motivations. There's a Widget and Evander. Well, I'll just say Widget goes first. I was betrayed. None shall get through. None shall survive. And you can see that every once in a while there's this voice that sort of, or sorry, this visage that appears ever so slightly in the shadow stuff and then gets pulled back in and appears at another spot. You get a knowledge history check because you actually see the face of this banshee woman.
History, I am. I'll take the 10 and get 35.
No wonder all elves look the same.
Silken was called the Lady Knight. She was a she was a lady. So she was a knight to one of the lords of that were the elves that were turned to the service of Dracea Umbervilda. Silken was an enchantress bard who died during the Shadow War.
And she was fighting on the shadow side.
The Shadow side. She served Dracea Umbervilda.
Okay.
and she seems pretty pissed off. And there's something weird about the spirit should be blindingly white, and this one is not. It is like a gray thing coming out of the shadows. It might be something in addition to a banshee. You're getting the sense that she can see you from beyond, but this planar spike might be actually keeping her from fully manifesting on the prime.
Like she's stuck.
Like she's stuck.
Okay.
Pulling out the spike might be bad.
This should be the first encounter with a banshee that didn't result in half the party dying immediately.
This is the DM warning you that there's a banshee near.
Alright. So,
Shadow mastiffs. Kaid, you hear a growl coming from the bushes, almost like
we have company.
Fuck.
almost like a few of them from the pack decided they were going to come and see what was going on, where their scout disappeared to.
If you can fly, I recommend you get out of here.
I gave it to Rene.
I've got a fly spell, says Evander.
Give it to the pony and get Widget out of here.
What the fuck's a pony gonna do with a fly spell?
As you guys are arguing,
Just let me know when it's my turn.
fly out of there, is what Evander is saying to his sister.
I'm on my way.
But everyone else can hear. He doesn't give a shit about the rest of you. Renee, what are you doing? Oh yeah, the tentacled thing. Let's just put down a token. It's squirting around the side. It is inky and black, and we're gonna call it a shadow chobo.
Oh,
Chobos are bad.
we don't like
Chobos are also
chobo.
bad. How far away is it?
It's making a big circle around you. It doesn't know that you guys have like flies and dimension doors and that sort of thing. It is about 40 feet away from you.
You need an octopus.
Its circle around you is getting tighter, it is hunting.
So Rene is going to fly up. Has it gone yet?
Nope.
No. We're gonna try to sneak attack it and see if that'll make it go away.
Okay, what are you using?
Bow?
A bow underwater?
Yeah, it's like you said 40 feet, so it's minus 16.
All right. The Shadow Chobo.
Critical threat.
you kind of arced an arrow right into it as it was scooting around.
AC 22.
Hits.
Critical hit.
Now, it does have 20% miss chance because of a shadowy aura around it.
I can see through shadows.
60 feet of dark vision, and it's 40 feet away. So I think you can see through this stuff.
49 on the chart.
Nice.
52, isn't it?
Fucking Rene just... Oh, another monster! 49 is a standard crit and a d6 to a random ability score.
Oh, good.
This is bad for stupid creatures. If you roll a 4 or a 6, this will be really bad.
Here,
Int 2, Charisma 3.
I just got kicked out of my space. I have a Blair Witch for a second.
Sure.
Mark, roll the d6.
Alright.
This is to determine which ability score. Con.
Con.
Well, that's
You can live
also
with that.
Okay, roll the damage for that.
D6.
1d6?
Yeah.
2.
2 on its con. Okay, that's significant as it drops hit points.
Alright. So, the crit damage from Rene. Let's see.
3 times.
3d8 plus 36 plus.
It hasn't gone yet.
36. I'm a sniper, so I can sneak attack from a long range.
Okay.
59 damage.
Yeah, it's it's hurt bad because of that. It does not have 59 more hit points. It needs to make a fort save or die.
Okay.
CR8.
One.
CR9 creatures like one attack. All right, so it has normally a plus 11, so now it has a plus 10. Okay. Yeah, you hit it. You hit it really good in some sensitive spot. You did hear a high-pitched screech that came from the creature and not the banshee that is trying to push itself from beyond.
Okay, and then Rene will feels like he's got its attention, so he will move up, basically where he is, but he'll fly up a little bit and just get a little bit closer to the thing.
Shadow Tentacles comes rushing at you.
All right.
It comes jetting towards you. It swims at... They don't have a swim listed? Really? 30.
Okay, so
that's
the
20.
moves or charges.
Yeah, it's going to charge you.
Okay.
And a tentacle whips out towards you.
Oh god.
Oh god.
AC 30.
Miss.
Seriously? A tentacle wraps around you a little bit, and you struggle with it. Little suction cups, and you can see a beak is trying to like screech against your armor, and it is not happy with you. Inky blood coming everywhere. Widget. There are growling shadowhounds that may have... It's curious that they came to see what was going on just as the banshee was making noise.
Alright, you fucking things. He's gonna put up a wall of nausea.
Cool.
Nice.
So stinky wall. Evander is going to cast a fly spell on himself, so he can get away if things go bad. If things go bad, I'll meet you in the sky. And he's sharing these thoughts with people that are in the telepathic bond.
Widget agrees. Telepathic bond. What about the jerk butts?
Jerk butts. Kaid.
Kaid's gonna drink his shield.
Okay. How does he have a shield?
Alchemist.
Wait, remind me of Kaid's.
He's Alchemist
one level.
Brawler. Alchemist Brawler.
Oh, Alchemist 1, Brawler 9, Monk 10. Okay. Vivisectionist. Okay. You drink your 1 minute shield spell. Have fun with that. Silken the Banshee, we'll say, is going to try to get through just long enough for her to do her death scream. So if I roll a 12 on a D12. Nope. You can see her appearing. Join me!
Rene's first thought in the telepathic bond comes out now, and it's telling Zita to go. That's his first thought that he's projected.
Go. Nice. The shadow mastiffs all come charging through the wall because they're stupid.
Alright. The nausea. They need to make fortitude saves.
Nausea, heartburn.
Marty, sorry, I take a
Indigestion,
swift
diarrhea.
action, a swift action to take Panther style.
Sure. And I guess Evander is off the ground, so he kind of flew up a little bit out of their reach, which means that Widget, the pony, and Kaid are the ones that are getting attacked. What is the save that they need to make as they pass through the
Fortitude saves.
Okay, going left to right. 25, 23, and 12.
12 fails.
What happens?
It needs to make an acrobatics check. Fall prone. It's also got the nauseated condition.
What's the DC of the acrobatics check?
12.
It doesn't have acrobatics as a skill. It gets +4 for it having 4 legs, and it's got a dex of 19, so 8, 15. Okay, so it didn't fall down, but nauseated means that it instead of attacking you, yeah, it stops and is just retching all over the ground.
Okay. Do these things have reach?
Nope.
Okay, then Widget will take his AOO,
Cool.
because Widget's got the whirligig.
What did the gnome say to the Shadow Master?
Give me a second here.
Make a 3-headed shadow hound. That'd be awesome. That's actually a really good idea.
Don't make a 3-headed shadowhound.
Or make a 3-headed banshee.
Okay.
Whales and whales and whales.
AC
To match the wailing of my 3 players.
Did they both move up to Widget?
Yeah, these 2 are attacking Widget and his pony.
All right, so AC 23 on each of them.
Okay, there's a 20% mischance.
Okay. No. And no. Okay, so Widget does 1d8 plus.
Widget from Ponyback swinging his big, ridiculous whirligig.
So 15 damage on one, 16 damage on the other.
Biting into them, they make growling noises as he does so. One of them stops and retches all over the place, while the other one is going to attack Widget, who's now obviously swinging a weapon. AC 23 on Widget.
It's a Widget.
Oh, damn.
11 damage, and it's going to try to trip you off of your pony.
Fuck off.
Nat 20 on the
So
they pull Widget off the pony.
Fuck this.
Pony's going crazy. This one was going to attack the pony, but didn't because it's getting sick. And then one of the Shadow Hounds charges into Kaid. AC 22.
No.
But a Cerberus Shadow Mastiff is the fucking... Yes. Yes!
Is it Cerberus or Cerberus?
Cerberus? Cerberus.
Sorry, I heard Cerberus. Anyways.
AC 22 on Kaid.
No.
Okay, so Kaid sidesteps the gnashing teeth and is able to survive that onslaught.
I'm fucking dirty. I hate being dirty.
In the rocks, there's a little crayfish kind of like inching away from you as you're staring down at the rock. Rene, who is threatened by the shadowy octopus chobo thing.
Octopus, because I am fucking killing you with arrows.
Yeah.
I'm 5 foot stepping in.
Yep. It's gonna try to bite you. Its bite doesn't have the reach that it's.
I'm right up to it.
Tentacle. Oh, okay. Well, it bite you. The big beak is trying to pry open your.
Hits.
Yep, and you're undead, so you can't be critted.
Okay. How much damage did you do?
That sucks. 8 plus 5. 9 damage.
Okay. I don't think I have any DR. No.
And it would have injected you with poison, but you're immune.
Perfect. Okay. I now have no distance between it and me, so I'm putting my bow up against its head.
Yep. It's got weird rubbery flesh. You can see through its shadowy essence, and there is now just inky blood all over the place. You're probably going to destroy it.
Yep. That's the plan. So 1d20 plus 22 minus 2 minus 3. AC 29. AC 30.
Yep. Both arrows sinking into the flesh of the foul thing. That one, the swirl of water catches your arrows.
AC 17. Hopefully
Missed.
it's dead before then. So hopefully it's dead.
Yeah, roll damages.
Yep. 2d8 plus 12. It's 24 plus 6. So the mini shot does 34 damage.
30, 80, yeah, it's still going.
And 24 damage.
That stops it.
Okay, and that does the 17 hit it when it's dead?
Yep.
Then it gets hit with that last one.
Okay, just the swirl of a tentacle and some of the water makes the arrow not land true.
Yep.
And nobody accidentally gets hit by the arrow. Cool. The creature is down in the water. Inky black blood flowing everywhere. It kind of like with the death stroke, it sort of unleashed this weird ink from a sack that is now making all the water around Rene dark. Shadow Tentacle's dead. I'll remove from the initiative. We bring us to the beach where Widget is face down in the gravel, getting tossed around by one of the Shadow Hands.
This is bullshit.
Delay until I go.
Widget is going to cast
Wait.
invisibility defensively.
Okay, DC 19.
Alright.
Concentration check.
Yep. Yep.
Nice. You turn invisible.
Yeah, and he stands from prone and starts up the whirligig.
Okay. Is the Whirligig a move action to start up or a swift?
Move to start.
Stand as a move and
Oh, I'm
cast
sorry.
as a standard?
No,
Okay.
you're correct. Yes.
Okay.
I fucked it.
So
Event-
has the sand moved at all?
Evander is going to... Sorry, what did you ask?
Fucked up all my moves.
Fucked up all your moves?
Yeah.
By not being prone?
Okay, it's good. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
Are you okay? Says Evander to Zita.
I'm alright.
Okay.
Oh, you need some help.
He is going to cast Long Arm so he doesn't have to get into melee with these things. And then hover right above one of them so he's threatening it. He's like above this one. So he's threatening actually two of them.
Can the pony run away?
On Widget's turn, the pony is going to defensively move back into the water. It's kind of like trying to get away while one of them is puking. It does not like these creatures. It is not bred for war. You didn't want the pony face tanking?
No, I don't need the pony face tank. You ride the pony.
Kaid, what are you doing?
Swift action. I'm taking another feat. The second panther. It's called Panther. Panther Claw.
You're doing your...
Claw. And
Okay.
then I'm going to move like this. I can move through. I'm not charging. Move
Okay,
like this.
so that's
Sorry.
40 feet of movement.
Like what?
These are
Yeah,
five.
double
These are
squares.
10-foot squares.
Okay, I move here and I move back.
Okay.
Do they take AOs on me?
Two of them do.
I think 3 of them would.
No, one's puking.
Oh, okay. So the 2 that take AOs on me, do your attacks. Panther style gives me retaliatory attacks on them.
If they miss or if they hit.
I just get the retaliatory attacks.
How do you? I'm just wondering how you have Panther style up.
Panther claw.
It's a combat style, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you granted yourself the feat. You still have to use a swift action to activate the feat, right? To enter a stance. Right, you give yourself the feat, then you have to enter the stance.
So you moved
then
action,
move
swift,
once.
and then moved?
So it'd be a move action swift. Move.
And then move.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so I would have gone to...
Move action to get 2 feats.
I've already gone... This is the second time I do it. I've gotten... No, I've got a swift... Last round I did a swift to get the first one. Right? And I drank a potion.
You should have done a move action to get both the last round, but whatever.
I had a potion.
He did a standard and a
Yeah,
move.
yeah.
oh,
okay.
so a move. Yeah, so I can do it. Yeah. Boop, boop, boop.
You actually don't need to spend your swift action because you could have entered the stance last time.
Yep. you could have done the move action to get both feats, and then the swift action to enter all last round. That was all last round stuff. So now you should have both feats, drink your potion, and be in your stance. Like that also at the beginning of your round, all those things should happen.
In that case, standard action during my mutagen.
Okay.
Actually, no, screw that. I'll just do my movement. I'll walk. Do my walk.
Okay, so AC 29 and AC 14.
No and no.
The pony went away from the creatures. It's wading through the water, trying to it's trying to swim away from it.
So as my AOs, I'm
from the creatures.
as my AOs, I'm going to trip them.
Okay.
And my tripping is 20. Sorry, 15, 19.
CMD of 20.
So you need to use a swift action to do this, right? So you can only get one of them.
No, Panther. These becomes free actions.
Oh, okay.
Do as many as I have wisdom.
Okay, CMD 29 versus trip. They're four-legged things. Okay, one of them goes down.
Okay, so the first one that goes down, I get 2 attacks on it because of my feats.
What feats?
The feats that apply now are
Vicious Stomp, I believe.
It's the Vicious Stomp.
And it's not a style?
Vicious Stomp and Greater Trip. Okay. 14.
Okay. Whenever a foe falls prone adjacent to you, that opponent provokes an AOO from you. This attack must be an unarmed strike.
These are all AOOs. So how many AOOs do you get?
I have a lot of. I have what is AOOs? So the AOOs. The AOOs that I'm using the swift actions. Those are wisdom, and these ones are actually dex based. So these are combat reflexes.
Just let me.
So I get.
I don't know that. I think you're limited by your wisdom score on the Panther Claw, but let's see if they're...
Correct. The other ones are based off of AOOs, which are like your regular AOOs. So, first attack. What's their prone AC? Fuck. Better than 16, I assume.
No.
No?
Prone
okay,
AC? 15.
Okay, that's a... Okay, I didn't say... this one was going to be stunning, but...
Sure.
I'll do the next.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so I need a...
It gets a 24 on its stunning, and you got by its shadow.
It needs to... Okay, so...
That was on the trip, and then the shadow of the hit.
I have dark vision.
Oh,
Do I
okay.
see through it?
Yep.
Okay, so it needs it should do its fort save on poison first.
Okay, its first save was 24. Is it poisoned?
Okay, no. Second save?
What's the second save for?
21 for Stunning Fist.
For Stunning Fist. It is stunned. It is prone, stunned, and you whapped it.
Okay, so I get my other hit, which is 1d20 plus 14. Now Medusa Strike, if it's stunned, I get to hit it 2 more times.
I believe for Medusa Strike it has to be at the start of your turn, but it's Medusa's Wrath, right?
Medusa's Wrath, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, we're learning how brutal Broken Kaid is.
No, so that is a full attack action.
On a full attack action. Okay,
right,
I move.
you're not allowed to move, so that you can't do these both at the same time.
Okay. Next round.
Okay.
Yes, Kaid is very complex. So that's okay. He is stunned. I'll have to deal with him later.
Did you actually do damage to it?
Yes, I do. So he's taking D4 bleed and fire.
So there'll be a whole full like array of. We're about at the max right here.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of damage, but
we're at the point where with the workload of my life, I'm having a hard time keeping up just with character sheet updates.
So I hit it
Shut
twice.
up, you love it. You love it. Level up that game.
I'm
That's what I've been doing.
I'm not power attacking.
Oh, apparently I was too happy and I broke my camera.
17 damage, and he didn't. So he's also 2d6 plus more. That's fire damage. I don't know if it.
Yeah, it takes fire damage.
Okay.
Okay,
and,
so 22 damage. It's stunned and prone because it took an AOO against you. and
Yeah,
it's,
and
it's
it's
bleeding. Why is it bleeding?
1d4. I have bleed attack.
And that applies to anything that just gets struck.
Anything I
Okay.
hit.
All right. And the other poor thing that
The other one
came
that,
through.
The other one that missed. 20 plus.
All right, so here I'm just gonna be going through to see if any of these things are like either ors. You just keep going.
23. No, I don't. I don't trip it.
Nope.
I do not trip it. It's unfortunate.
Okay, you kind of body check it, and it scrambles
that
along the
was,
stones.
That was a move, right?
Yeah, 20 feet and 20 feet. What's your movement rate?
50.
Okay.
So I'll drink my mutagen now.
Yeah, and this one is barfing, so it doesn't get an action. Yeah, so Kaid skips along the stone beach, and as the creatures are coming in, it was like he was ready for them, and he hit them mid-strike and bowled over one of them and struck it while it was down really quickly, while the other one comes and tries to do the same. It's a little bit too strong and gets pushed back. Yeah, that might be indication of Adam not being with us.
The happy face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fucking tired.
For some reason, he no longer has pants on, and BC went, "Nope."
Multiple times in my head. It's just this is the first time we do it, so it's a little slow.
All right, so I think Adam will rejoin the call, and next in the initiative, there we go.
This webcam driver brought to you by HP.
Ugh. Of course, I clicked on a button and minimized all my windows.
I liked where I got froze. I got froze with a nice happy smile.
Change the source back to Adam.
Thanks, Demi. It's I've got some old clips on actually on the hard drive that exploded, so I don't know if I have them anymore. But that Ahmed sent me of like whenever cameras would freeze. Yeah.
Okay, so that was Kaid. That was Kaid incurring AOOs so that he could do even more attacks than he had. Silken is going to try to force herself into this world so that she can. Why don't I have what's her name on the initiative?
Why? Yeah, what?
Zita.
Zita, run away.
Hey, Mark. What did Zita roll for initiative?
Oh, she rolled crappy. It was 5.3.
5.3.
Okay.
Run, Zita, run.
What are you doing, Zita?
The octopus is dead. Get out of there.
She's going to, I think, cast a fireball and just get these two top.
You're 600 feet under the ground, or underwater.
Oh, fly up first. Yeah.
Okay, flying up will take you 5 rounds to do.
All right, so that's what's going on.
It'll take Rene 5 rounds to fly it. Like it's a flying run, ear popping run up. Are there any quicker ways that you can get into the action?
Not with the dimensional spike there.
Yeah.
that was a leading question. It's like, why don't you try to take the card?
All right.
See what happens when you get pulled into the shadow plane.
I'm sure you don't get stuck at the bottom.
If I roll a 12 on the D12, Silken forces herself between the planes and is able to get off her keen. Nope. Which brings us to the shadow mastiffs. Okay, this one stops puking. We'll attack Kaid, and this one.
Kaid attacked it. You can only see Kaid.
Yeah, we'll attack Kaid, and this one is bleeding. D4, and is stunned until Kaid's turn. So it's just on the ground, breathing heavy. And then these two are going to attack Kaid. AC 29, AC 22. They're growling and howling, and they're trying to move around to perhaps get a flanking position. Rene.
Your movement's all wrong. You should be more balanced, stupid.
They don't have language, or they're just smart enough to be really good hunters.
How big is this? How much does a chobo weigh?
I would say 600 pounds.
It's pretty heavy.
You're in water?
Yeah.
You could probably drag it to the surface.
We'll drag it to the surface. I'll
Okay.
grab onto it. And
Grab
start
over the
flying up.
tentacles and flying up out of the water.
I like shadow calamari.
You're just gonna have this stinky bag of rotten stuff that you find delectable because you're a ghoul, and everyone else is like, "God damn, it smells like rotten snails." It came out of Grizaak's ass.
I don't know now.
You're uncultured, you're swine.
This is escargot.
Escargot.
Widget.
Well. Hey, Kaid, you got this?
No problem. Yes, sir. No problem.
Did you put bleeding on the one that I hit?
Yeah,
Yep.
sir.
Okay.
Widget's gonna hop on the pony.
Okay. The pony kind of reacts a little bit, but then it realizes that it's okay, and
Widget will cast a spell. The spell he will cast is... you know what? We're gonna save that. We're gonna save all that.
who is the
we're-
ghoul? Rene's the ghoul. Don't you remember him turning undead and staring up at the moon for 300 years?
We're
He
gonna
was stoned. He was stoned for 300 years.
ready to hit a doggo if the doggo comes for the pony.
Rene. Rene is the guy who used the bow. He's the guy in the lake, swimming in the lake by the.
Right here. We'll 5-foot step the pony back, but we're ready to whack something with the.
Okay, he's got a ready to action. Evander is going to cowardly attack the one that is down. start chopping it to bits. Gibbles and bits and bits and bits.
Bits and bits and bits.
He has 2 attacks with it, and then 1 attack with his hair. Okay. The first one is a critical threat. He critical hits the thing. He does a lot of damage.
A great many damage were done.
Bewildering display. Critical damage. Target takes -2 penalty on its AC for 1d4 rounds. This is a flash of blades, shing, 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 and weird hair coming in to strangle it. The unarmed attack from the hair. The hair basically balls into a fist and whack! Hits it. Alright. So there's crit damage plus regular damage plus power attack. So he is doing... Oh, and then the percentiles for the missing, because he does not have... Ah, his critical hit. Nope. Wait, that was the first one. His secondary attack missed. So 2d10 plus 38 plus 1d3 plus 7. 60 damage. The thing is still alive.
These things are tough.
He did more than 50 damage with the one swing, so it needs to make a fortitude save or die. It makes it. He's not going to start a grapple. He doesn't want to be kind of pinned down. He's going to skipping along the rocks and attacking, and using his fly spell like a invincible jump spell. Okay. Then we've got Kaid, then Zita.
Okay, start tripping these things.
Okay, well
as my
the
flurry,
stun goes away from the one that's on the ground.
yeah, as my flurry, I'm going to trip the 2 guys in front of me.
Okay, roll your dice.
And this guy. Swift action. I'm selecting
Sweeping circles with your feet along the stones, trying to take out their legs.
swift action. I'm selecting Shadow Hound 1 as my I'm using Steelbreaker on it, so I need to know if his CR, if this surpasses his CR. 7. No. I assume no.
Equals or is greater than?
Okay,
Because you got its CR.
adding the object's higher or the okay. Object finds weakness by succeeding a wisdom check, adding blah 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 against a DC of 10 plus the object's hardness or the target's CR.
Okay, so it's DC 17.
DC 17.
Yeah, I know, but I have plus 15, so instead of
So you make it, but
yeah, I make it, so I'm equal. So I have a plus 15, so 17.
Okay.
It's just easier to
Why would
instead
you
of
change
instead
the
of
math?
instead of saying
I don't know.
Instead of saying
Just say it.
17,
Just say it the way it's written. It's DC 17.
Okay, so I have a plus 2 against that guy for the round.
Okay.
And I'm power attacking this time. So 15.
Kaid is the example of how you make a character who's a martial character more complex than a full-on spellcaster, a full-on prepared spellcaster, like with all the tricks and baubles and and domain powers and like the full-on or the school powers.
21.
This is a character I could not like if I couldn't DM
it's not
piece.
doing
No,
this.
I can't.
no.
And so trip on the first guy, and the second guy beside me is D20 plus 18.
And then you get 2 attacks on each of them because you trip them.
28. Does that trip the guy
No,
beside me?
nope. Fail by 1.
Okay, let's do it again. 36. That trips him.
Yep.
Okay, so the first guy now, I get
How
first
many,
guy tripped on the
how
right.
many plus 18 attacks do you have?
Flurries. Minus 2.
It should be at a minus 5, I thought.
2 minus, yeah, the third one.
That should
So
be
31 still trip.
Okay. So every time he does that trip thing, it chews up 2 AOs. So what made
Yeah, if I
Altagar
take my-
Altagar
if I take my
is
attacks.
infinite AOs.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have infinite AOs now. So
I'll
1d20
Yeah,
plus.
it doesn't stop hitting things.
Sorry, guys. 16.
The spirit of Altagar is strong with this one.
That's 15.
Ahmed, are you having fun right now?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's stunning and poison. So
2 fort saves, is that what you're asking for?
yeah, so 2 hits. So I need a fort save. First one.
This is against the poison and then
Failed.
the stunning.
So he succeeded. So he's poisoned.
What's the
And-
poison do?
Bleeding. The poison's going to be doing. Where are you? It's going to be doing my con damage for 3 rounds, and he gets to save every round. My con is 4, so he gets 4 plus the bleed plus.
It's just damage? Poison that does hit point damage?
Yep. Next round it'll be more. Next level will be a lot more fun than that.
Okay, so he takes 4 damage from the poison.
D20.
Nemi is trying to spend a villain point to make him tripped after this attack.
First, I'm going to check to see where we're at with points.
Plus 2d10 plus
I actually don't know the.
2d6.
He's like, you're having too much fun. I want to spoil your fun.
There's a lot of calculations.
Smoke is coming out of your ears.
Dear Thomason is like, Ahmed, you
we're-
realize that when you're not around, he's going to trip a guy and then punch a few times, and that's like
when
Audience
they're
0
flat-
points.
when they're
Nemi's got a villain point. Okay,
When they're flat-footed, do
they're not flat-footed. They're prone.
flanked or flat-footed? Yeah, okay. Plus 18. So first guy's getting 44 damage.
Ooh. This is the first one that you kept on hitting.
Yeah, that's the first one.
50. It's
you
bloody.
have like a fiery monk's amulet.
The fifth, yeah, but
It's the amulet you
that's a
picked up
2d6.
from the golem, or was it in the monastery?
this is the monastery.
Yep.
So 2 more hits, which is 2d10.
This is one on the right.
Yeah.
It should only be one, or it's plus 15 now, so those should be the.
Those are AOs at full.
Okay, they're the AOs. Okay, never mind.
They're
That's
just
good.
still AOs.
Yeah.
Like, haha, you tripped. Kicking,
42
punching, and
damage
sweeping
on the
them.
second one. And I have
Two-handed
another
ham
attack.
fisting them into the top of the head, cracking and whining from the creatures.
No. So last flurry is a miss.
Are you sure? Their AC is 19, prone is 15.
I hit. So 2.
They're just big,
Okay.
scary dogs.
They're big doggos.
Yep.
1d10 plus 1d6. They're all bleeding. Plus 8. Plus
Yep.
9.
Blood everywhere.
13 damage on the guy on this side.
No, you already got him for 44. So another 13 to this guy. 29.
No, actually, no, hold on a sec, Marty. This guy had 42 damage and then 13 damage.
You did 42 in one strike?
No, because I hit him 2 more times. Right? 2d10 plus another 2d6 plus 18.
Yeah, he had damage and he took 42, and we moved on to the next one.
Which I tripped and got another 2 hits on.
Okay, so 16 plus 13 is 29. Done.
16,
Oh, 13 plus...
13 plus 42. I don't know where you're getting the 29 from.
Alright, I put the 42 on this guy. Who cares? He's at 53. How much damage did the other guy take?
44. There was the first one had 44.
44.
Yeah, and then 13, so 57.
How did you do 44 in one swing?
No, because I tripped both of them and I got AOs on both of them. So 2 AOs on each of them.
From?
I'm power attacking.
Shouldn't be an odd number.
What is odd number?
This is very complex for what you're doing. So the first... Okay, I'm just going to back out of all the damage. I'm backing out of all the damage. 13. This guy has 16 damage. There we go. So what happened? Tell me what happened.
So this guy, first guy on the left, he got tripped and took 2 AOs.
Yep.
And he took 44 damage.
Okay. So 53. I had that right. Great.
Okay.
What happened to this guy?
This guy got tripped.
Took two AOs.
2 AOs, and on my last hit, I hit him again.
Oh, you have a last part of your iterative
My
attacks.
flurry. Yeah, the last flurry. Yeah.
You have 4 attacks around because you tried to trip 3 times.
Yep.
And you eventually tripped them. Okay, great. And then how much damage?
42 and 13, 50.
55. 55. Okay, that last part was throwing me. I didn't understand. I totally forgot you had one more attack.
Sorry.
It's all right, no problem. Yeah, these shadow hounds are being thrown around like Kaid. He's 2 of them. They're bashed together. They go flying apart. He swipes their legs out. He's punching them while they're down. He's tearing, like he's reaching in and tearing and pulling bits of flesh out whenever he can, resulting in bleed. And then he just sort of like stops a little bit, spraying some water as he's now almost knee deep in the water. The hounds are baying and trying to get up, and they're all fucked up and blood flying everywhere. One of them's lying down in its own puke. Kaid looks like he could just keep the beach himself. Like, this is Kaid's beach, actually. Shadow hounds don't stand a chance. Don't stand a chance. Awesome. Zita is flying out of the water, and you notice that the Banshee now has seen Zita and is growing very angry that you're not joining her. Zita now knows that Silken the Banshee knows who you are.
That's fine.
The Enchantress Bard knows who you are.
Is there a place where this face is coming out?
Yeah, it's coming out of like the shadow wisps that are reaching up. She seems to be kind of like coming from down below, like traveling along the shadow and trying to like reach out and sing to you.
How far down is she from? How far away is she from Rene?
She's only coming about 60 feet up above the bottom, so you guys are flying at a good clip and trying to get away from her.
I'm wondering what happens if I true strike an arrow at her. We'll just fly out. Just to see if we can
Shadow mastiffs. Give me a D4.
Marty,
Yeah.
the first guy I poisoned is also shaken.
Why?
As part of the poison. Poison has secondary effect.
Secondary effect happens in the next round.
On the next fail.
Silk and the Banshee, Shadow Mastiffs, roll a D4. You are... All the Shadow Mastiffs are going to bleed to death.
Oh, Nemi's trying to spend his villain point.
Oh yeah, the villain point to fall down. So...
No problem.
So Kaid...
I got feats for that too.
So I don't think this automatically makes you fall down, but what's a reasonable thing to do?
One of the mastiffs getting a trip attempt with a +8.
Yeah, I think one of the mastiffs just at the because you're sticking your feet and your limbs near their mouths. One of them tries to trip you. Now it is fucked up, so it's +8 -4. So 12 +8 -4 trip attempt. Oh, this is not very good, is it? And that one.
That's unfortunate.
That was like, no offense, Nem, that was the worst villain point ever. we found the bottom. We found the bottom, but only up from here.
The next one will go better.
Nem was getting annoyed at how cool Kaid was, or how many rolls it's required to play one combat round. Roll. What did you roll for the D4? There's
3.
Okay, so they're bleeding their guts out. Blood all over this pebbled beach. You're an angry fucker, aren't you, says Evander. You notice that Evander is trying to assess in his mind how he would attack Kaid if he had to.
By being 10 feet away.
And he's coming to the conclusion that he has to fly, because he doesn't want to eat pebbles. That would be embarrassing. He'd have to be invisible, and you now know that Evander, I believe, has greater invis. I think...
There are feats for fighting that, too.
He doesn't know you know them yet.
Just
No.
an FYI.
It's on my list. Have him make a look.
No, he doesn't have greater invis. He's probably thinking about, maybe I should get greater invis. Or just stick him in a room and...
Easier to make friends than to learn a spell.
Stick him in a room and cloud kill him. Yeah. Dwarves and poison, though. Monk. Not sure. Sister, how would we kill Kaid if he attacked us? Are you seeing this shit? That's what it is. It is what he says in Elven to him. He's just taking these things on by himself. It's actually quite impressive. I mean, if he wasn't so ugly. I'm not sure which dwarf I hate more, Grizaak or this one.
Focus, brother, focus.
Yes. No, he's got this quite well in hand. They're all eating rocks and bleeding all over the place, and Widget's invisible somewhere. Are you still alive, Widget?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm still, yeah.
5-foot step. Actually, yeah, leave it there.
Renee's dragging the big shadow chobo to the water. Widget, what are you doing?
Just make it so the dogs don't bite the pony. And be like,
You're ready to action.
Yep.
Stay back! Stay back!
Evander is going to kill the one that's down, I think, because...
Why not?
Hit, miss, hit, and then 2 missed, and so his hair is the only thing that hit it. Okay, so he's not killing it this round. His hair whaps it for 8. Oh, that knocked it out. They have 90 hit points, so he's unconscious. Damn shadows is what you hear him say. He should have hit it more, but didn't.
Mm.
Yeah, well, I got some in my hair. He's now very concerned about the blood in his hair, and he's thinking that he'll have to shampoo it later. You're in each other's thoughts, man. You're telepathically in each other's thoughts. Yeah, he is a vain creature. Kaid. Oh fuck.
Oh. Well,
Wait.
already.
The doggos?
Oh no, the doggos. Yeah, the doggos are
didn't
gonna.
go up.
That means that one wouldn't have been knocked out before it got to hit Kaid. So stand from prone, no AOO. 5 foot steps over to Kaid because it doesn't like being thrown around. There are two AOOs as they stand from prone. These other ones. Do you have any AOOs left?
So I did 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 2 AOs left. But once I trip them, I won't be able to.
You can't trip. You can't trip people that are already tripped.
The AOs are being provoked by them standing up, so they're already tripped state. You can't trip them immediately.
Okay.
Not standing until.
Okay.
Just
let them do their thing.
Punch them in the face.
Okay, this one went into the water a little bit to get a. They're smart enough to do flanking tactics.
If you're not looking at the pony, which
No, they think that this is the alpha creature that we need to gang up on, and they are going to attack. The first two are at +2. AC 22, AC 23, and a nat 20.
Not 20 hits.
AC 24 to confirm. Okay. You're getting like 1, 2, and then the third one comes in and is grabbing you by the ankle and crunches down on Kaid's ankle for 8 damage, and then it gets a trip attempt.
Yeah, good luck with that shit.
Kaid's like, I can fight on 1 foot.
8 damage, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Just roll d20. Trust me.
17.
Your AC is not high enough to be the roll a d20.
My AC, my trip, my CMD is crazy right now.
Okay. Nope, they don't trip. So you take 8 damage from all that.
And my AC is pretty high.
All right, your 2 AOs. Oh, you took them, right?
I didn't take them. No,
Okay.
they would just be regular attacks. So 15. Yeah.
Hit.
Hit. So,
Okay.
D10 plus D6 plus 9. 15.
Okay, they are barely standing when they stand up and attack you.
Yep.
Now it's Kaid's turn.
Trip.
And no, sorry, Evander then knocked out this one, and then these two. You're basically going through the gauntlet of rolls.
Yep. D20 plus.
Like some sort of dwarven machine, he goes back into the same kata stance and sweeping their feet and punching them as they're going down, pulling bits of flesh off of them with really strong, ruddy fingers.
Oh, 18 supposed to, but I'm not rolling well enough. So that one tripped. 18's 13.
Poison flying off of his hands.
20 plus 13.
I view Kaid as like the Mortal Kombat combos, because the new Mortal Kombat's very combo based.
Yeah.
What's their CMD? What's their CMD?
29 to trip.
Yep. So,
Roll a bunch of
first one,
d20s.
Poison didn't. Okay.
You hit them one more time, they're dead.
Okay. 20. Yeah. Plus. Yes. Is that plus 15? Yeah.
Okay.
They're dead.
A dwarven kick to the face, and then punching it as it's going down. And the other one comes in. You punch it a couple of times, and it's kind of in the air. Its head's bouncing around between your swings, and then it rears up to try to like bite you, and you headbutt it right in the bridge of its nose, and it goes down to the ground. sweeping their legs just in case they get back up, and both of them are unconscious after this. You let out a couple of breaths. Well, yeah,